There are things in our homes we believe are harmless objects, habits, forgotten corners. But in reality, they act like invisible magnets that block our prosperity and attract energies we don't want near us. It's no coincidence that many ancestral traditions warned about this. They knew that certain elements, because of their vibrational or symbolic charge, can open the wrong doors and sometimes even invite dark energies to enter. Today, we're not talking only about physical cleaning, but about deep energetic cleansing. Because your home isn't just a place where you live, it's a direct reflection of your mind, your spirit, and your abundance. When you store charged objects, when you maintain habits without knowing their energetic weight, you're building an invisible wall between you and the prosperity the universe wants to send you. In this video, I'm going to reveal exactly what you must remove from your home immediately. This is not just another piece of advice. It's a warning and at the same time, an opportunity. Because when you free yourself from this, you not only close the door to malicious spirits and dense vibrations, you also open a clean and powerful channel for light, protection, and abundance to enter. So stay until the end because I'm going to explain why this element blocks your prosperity, how to detect it, and most importantly, how to get rid of it correctly so its energy no longer follows you. Get ready. What you're about to hear may surprise you, but it could also be the key that opens the door to your new stage of peace and abundance. A clean house can still hide dark forces. What's really moving behind your walls? You light incense, open the windows, tidy everything up, and yet the air feels heavy. Conversations end in arguments, sleep doesn't come, plants wither too quickly, and sometimes the silence seems to be watching you. This is not about physical dirt, it's about vibrational residues that accumulate on objects and surfaces like invisible dust. The one speaking to you now is Leon C., a specialist in energetic cleansing of spaces for over 30 years. But unlike what many think, this has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with frequency, field, and memory. Yes, memory, because objects absorb what happens around them. Have you ever walked into a place and felt chills for no reason? Or held an old object and felt shivers without understanding why? Everything vibrates, everything records. And when certain material forms or symbols align with negative patterns, they don't just register what happens, they replicate it. Picture a sponge. Now, picture a spiritual sponge saturated with pain, anger, or sadness hanging quietly on your living room wall. And understand this, it doesn't only happen in abandoned houses, newly renovated apartments, even freshly built flats in cities like Madrid, Barcelona, or Seville can be installed with these invisible triggers. Sometimes what attracts the energy is simply the shape of the object. Other times it's the intention with which it was placed there. And here's the most important thing. You may be living inside an energy-draining field you've unknowingly built yourself. But stay calm, because in the next section, you'll discover how to identify each of these cursed objects. And the third on the list is that one is so common in modern homes that it's almost impossible not to have it. If you've ever felt your house was heavy, don't miss this. Time may be running out. If you could see the energy of the objects around you, you would never sleep in the same room again. Some objects look harmless. They've been there for years, decorating, adorning, adding charm. But what no one told you is that certain objects are not dead. They maintain an active, constant vibration, like a radio station tuned to a frequency you can't hear, but your body can. Negative energy doesn't walk through the door, it settles. And it all starts with the presence of silent portals, objects that open breaches in your home's vibrational field. Many have specific shapes, materials that retain energy, or stories imprinted on them. Others were emotionally charged by people in dense states. Envy, pain, grief, resentment. Think about this. Have you ever bought something at a flea market? Have you inherited an object from a relative who lived surrounded by sadness or illness? Or brought home a statue, a mirror, or a piece of art without really knowing its origin? Those objects can carry crystallized emotional residues. And worse, if they come from cultures or spiritual practices you don't understand, they may have been consecrated, invoked, or even sealed with intentions that are still active. Now take a deep breath and look around. Your living room, your bedroom, your office. Is there any object that has always given you a strange feeling? Even if you've never said it out loud, something that seems out of place, even if it's aesthetically beautiful. If so, that's your first clue. Why do these objects affect us so much? Because our subconscious mind reacts to shapes, colors, symbols, and memories we don't even remember. Your body perceives it before your rational mind understands it. The symptoms are subtle but relentless. Waking up tired even after many hours of sleep. Arguments that come out of nowhere. A feeling of heaviness upon entering certain rooms. Unexplained physical symptoms. Chills, pressure at the back of the neck, pains that appear and disappear. This is no coincidence. It's a vibrational response. And here's a serious warning. Don't try to get rid of anything just yet. If you remove a negative object the wrong way, you can break a containment seal and release the energy even more intensely. In the next few minutes, you'll discover which objects activate these hidden frequencies and learn how to neutralize them with precision, respecting the energetic cycle they carry inside. If you've ever felt something strange with an object in your home, comment now. I have perceived the signal. That comment is not just symbolic. It activates your energetic awareness field and heightens your perception for what comes next. And remember, the third object on the list is the most dangerous of all. It may seem harmless, but it has already been responsible for real manifestations in homes where people swore nothing unusual was happening. The darkest object in the house was right in the center of the living room, and no one suspected it. Sometimes it's not what's hidden, but what we proudly display. Objects that seem beautiful or decorative can actually function as magnets for dense energy, transforming a home into a field of invisible wear and drain. Let's start with the examples. And pay close attention, because the third one is the most dangerous. 1. Old or cracked mirrors. Story. In a small village in Castilla, a mirror inherited from the great-grandmother had hung in the guest room for decades. Everything seemed normal until visitors began reporting identical nightmares and waking up with unexplained marks on their skin. The mirror was removed and the dreams stopped. Why? Mirrors are considered natural portals. When cracked or very old, they lose their vibrational filter, absorbing and projecting dense energy. Emotional note. The reflected image may not just be yours. 2. Statues with aggressive expressions or strange symbolism. A businessman brought a sculpture from Thailand to attract protection, but he ignored its origin. It turned out to be a representation of a punitive spirit used in ancient rituals. Result? After placing it in the house, unexplained cracks began to appear in the walls, and the plants around it started to wither. Why? Sculpted objects intended for spiritual purposes retain the original programming of the piece. If the intention was control, punishment, or servitude, the energy of the space aligns with it. 3. Artificial flowers and dried branches. This is the most dangerous because it's present in almost every home. Visually pleasant, but vibrationally stagnant. Artificial flowers symbolize dead beauty. Dried branches carry the energy of a completed cycle, but without rebirth. True story. A therapist in Valencia began experiencing inexplicable anxiety crises. After an energetic analysis, she discovered that the decorative branches in her office were placed exactly where she worked with clients. When she removed them, the energy began to flow again. Why? These objects block the vital flow of the home. They may seem neutral, but silently they drain joy and renewal. Sensory note. Pause for a moment and feel. Have you noticed that these flowers never live in the space? They simply exist. 4. Gifts from people with bad intentions. This one is the subtlest. Objects given by people who envy you, manipulate you, or wish you harm, even unconsciously, project their vibration into that object. By accepting it, you authorize that field to enter your home. The worst part, the more affection you give that object, the more strongly it connects to your energy. Comment now. I remove what does not resonate with me. Writing this is the first step to cutting invisible ties that may be stealing your strength. And pay attention. The next object is as common as a cushion, but is directly linked to rituals of closure and endings. When placed incorrectly, it activates the frequency of grief and constant loss. You'll understand in the next section, but get ready, because you may even have it in your home right now. If your home could speak, it would cry for help. At first, everything seems normal. You wake up a little more tired. A small argument turns into a grudge that lasts days. Plants don't bloom. Animals appear restless. Dreams are heavy, yet you remember nothing upon waking. And then you start justifying yourself. It's just stress. It's just a rough patch. Everyone experiences this, but no, it's not just you, it's the field. It's the invisible charge that has already taken hold of the environment, slowly draining your vital energy. Subtle signs that your home is energetically contaminated. Feeling of oppression in certain rooms. You enter and unconsciously hold your breath. The air seems thicker. You don't want to stay long. Sensory perception. Imagine the atmosphere of a heavy space, as if the ceiling is about to collapse. Your body shrinks. Frequent insomnia or repetitive nightmares. Sleep is light and interrupted. You wake up exhausted, as if you fought all night. Some even report sleep paralysis, shadows moving in the periphery, or subtle touches during the night. Recurrent arguments and misunderstandings among household members, conflicts that arise out of nowhere, harsh words escaping without intent. And then you ask yourself, why did I say that? Negative energy amplifies dense emotions, as if feeding the emotional chaos in the home. Disturbing signs around the house, excess insects, even in clean areas, especially ants and flies. Insects are attracted to stagnant or charged vibrational fields, particularly where there is unexpressed pain. Technology fails in specific areas of the house, flickering lights, appliances locking up, phones draining rapidly. Dense fields interfere with electricity and electromagnetic fields. A cinematic scene. Imagine a slow motion sequence. A family dining in silence, tense glances. The clock stops. Lights flicker. The plant on the windowsill is dry despite watering. The dog stares at the empty hallway. Now imagine this scene is not from a movie, but your daily life, and you call it routine. If these signs have already appeared in your home, time may be running out. Each week, the house adapts to the negative field, and the more it adapts, the harder it is to reverse. More layers form, deeper ties develop. Comment now, I recognize the signs. This simple act heightens your perception and activates the next stage of the process, where true healing begins. In the next section, you will learn the complete energetic cleansing ritual. And no, it's not just lighting incense or placing a candle. There's a specific sequence, and skipping steps can cause the purification to fail. The ideal moment to perform this ritual is today. Tomorrow may be too late. It's not the house that is dirty, it's the field that is sick. Have you ever felt as if an invisible fog had taken over the atmosphere? As if every room held a heavy story that refuses to leave? That is the sign that it's time to act. Not tomorrow, not when you have time, today. Because the energetic cleansing ritual you're about to learn only works while the field is still active. If it crystallizes, it will take far more than a video to undo that knot. Stage 1. Open the field. Before any action, unblock the pathways of the air. Open all windows, doors, even closets. Yes, closets too. The energetic field needs movement, expansion. As you do this, say out loud, firmly, everything that does not resonate with my truth, remove now. The vibration of your voice activates the cleansing field. It's not enough to compensate, it must be declared. Stage 2. Running water, a symbol of flow and release. Fill a basin with water and coarse sea salt. With a clean cloth, wipe the doorknobs, frames, and windows. While doing this, repeat mentally, restore the light in this place. If possible, finish with an energetic bath. Coarse salt from the neck down. Then rinse with running water and allow 3 minutes of silence because the cleansing must also reach you. Stage 3. Fire and sound to activate the positive field. Light a natural incense, white sage, rosemary, or Palo Santo. Walk slowly through the rooms clockwise. Play soft background music. 432 Hz is ideal. Let the sound fill the space. Meanwhile, visualize the house transforming, the walls breathing, light entering the corners that were once shadowed. If you can, light a white candle in the center of the house and let it burn completely. Comment. Now I light the light. This gesture seals your intention. It creates a commitment to the renewed energy. Stage 4, invisible protection. Invisible. After cleansing, place 3 key elements in the main points of the house. A white quartz crystal near the entrance. a glass of water with a tablespoon of salt behind the bedroom door, and a living plant in the most used space. Life activates the constant flow of purification. These objects act as vibrational sentinels. They don't expel, they prevent density from returning. If you've done everything correctly, tonight you'll notice it. The air will feel lighter, you'll sleep more deeply, and you may even have a dream that feels more real than ever. But pay attention. There is one specific object, considered lucky, that is still present in millions of homes and silently corrupting the field. In the next video, it will be revealed, and the way to neutralize it will surprise you. Today, your home has breathed differently. You haven't just removed objects, you've broken cycles. And every time someone chooses to cleanse not just the physical space, but also the invisible field, something much greater moves. Many people will ignore it, laugh, say it's nonsense. But those same people will remain sick, exhausted, trapped in environments they unknowingly poison themselves. You, however, have chosen to look, to feel, and most importantly, to act. If you've made it this far, it's because you are ready to live in a home that strengthens you, not drains you. Leave a comment now. My house is light. That gesture creates a vibrational seal manifested through collective intention. And if you haven't liked the video yet, do it now. This isn't just to support the channel. It signals to the universe that you are taking command of your space. In the next video, you will discover the most common object in modern homes, sold as a luck amulet, used in positive rituals, but over the years has created fields of decay, grief, and silent losses. Activate the notification bell because that revelation will be released soon, and missing it means living with that presence for another year. See you there.